Hi travelers, this is going to be your Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising reading for April 2025. Let me put my web address on here. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, check back to your Moon and Rising sign. As always, you can get a reading from me, a private reading from me, at the address I'm typing in once I get it right.
I found this on the web.
I don't know why he's on. It's HiddenLotusTarot.com. Let me turn Siri off. I thought I had him disabled. Am I going to have to search for him? Yes. I don't know what he's doing on. So, I have with me today the Radiant White deck. This is going to be a quick reading. We will clarify with Lavita Sabila if we need to. And we'll wrap the reading up with the Angel Answer card. I have already done some pre-meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph. So let's turn the camera around and get straight to the reading. I think April is going to be quite pivotal for everyone. So we will see exactly what will happen, if anything, in April. Of course, these readings are based upon where you are in a situation. You can be just at the start of it, you can be right in the middle of it, or it can extend out all the way until June, May, or June. There is no timing in the tarot. So, let me put one more rifle on these cards. This is going to be a 9-card spread. Let's cut the deck. Here we go. First card down is the Temperance. The Two of Swords. The Six of Cups. The Moon. I think my light is too bright. So if you just let me lay the cards, I will adjust it. The Three of Cups. The Five of Swords. Last row, the Six of Swords. The Ace of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. What is over the entire reading? The energy. It's a Queen of Coins. Even if you are an Aries, you can act like a Queen of Coins. You might be generous. You might be a business owner, a cashier, somewhere where you work with a lot of money. So it can be either a stockbroker or stock advisor, financial advisor. You can work in a bank. So this says if you're not, it can be your moon or rising sign. And so therefore, this situation may apply to you, even though it is an Aries reading. I'm just looking around to see if I have any repeater numbers. I don't have any repeater number. Yes, I do. I have 2 6s. So, what do I have? I have 3 swords, 2 major arcana, 3 cups, and a wand. The way the cards are read are past, present, future. Past, present, future, with the interplay of the cards. And major arcana deal with your spiritual lessons. The swords represent thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communication. The cups represent just the emotional quotient, what you feel about the situation. And the wand represents your focus, your passion, your desire, and determination. So let's start in the center. I have here the 3 of cups. And the 3 of cups is the 3. So that means you may have to stop and think about what you're doing. Or it represents 3 people in a situation. At least 3. That keeps coming up because I have 3 people here. I have 3 people here. I have 3 people here. 1, 2, 3. It's a kid. I have 3 figures here. The wolf, the dog, and the crustacean. And there's even 3 people in the 6 of cups. There's 2 people in the foreground. And see that guy back there walking around the back? So, but the 3 of cups basically is about celebrating a universal kind of event. So say you're at a birthday party, a christening, a graduation. It's basically any type of universal event that everybody recognizes across the world. It shows 3 women who are celebrating. Now there's fruit on the ground, so maybe this could be summertime. But they are just celebrating something, okay, that everybody recognizes. So that's the basis of the reading. Here we come across at the top row. We have the Temperance, which is a Sagittarius card, or Jupiter. Jupiter and Sagittarius rule this card. So Jupiter can be about abundance, increase, but it can also be about overdoing it. Maybe at the party, somebody gets drunk and a little testy. But the Temperance is talk about moderation, doing everything with economy and moderation. And you have to realize that the Temperance card is about balance. If you see the 2 cups, the angel is holding, he's pouring water back and forth. He also has his foot in the water down here. And this is about balancing your emotions with logic and reason. Sometimes I see this card and I look at it and there's a pathway in the background. So sometimes when I see this card, people will say, ask me, am I on the right track or the right course? I say, yes, you are. But there's your goal way in back. See it there? And you can only reach it by controlling your emotions. 2 of Swords, it's a 2. And 2s always represent some kind of choice, option, duality, opposition. The 2 of Swords says where confusing emotions are involved, you don't know what to think. You feel as though you think you don't have you don't know what's going on, and you don't have enough information to make this decision. But that's not true, because the lady on the bench has one eye not covered all the way. See? So that tells me that you do know what's going on. But you may decide not to do anything at all. And not doing anything at all is also a decision. So it says to trust what your intuition is telling you. Just be still and think about what your intuition, what you're feeling. Now over here I have the Six of Swords. I mean the Six of Cups. This is a card about sharing, giving, nostalgia, memories. I've even seen it sometimes where people are trying to remodel their home. But the guy walking in the background is saying something to me. I don't know what it is yet. This may occur as a timing around the next full moon. I don't know what that is. I will tell you in just a minute. Hang on. Let me open up my moon app. On the 12th of April. Okay, there's a date. But the moon talks about all kind of fears, psychological fears. Sometimes it talks about delusions, illusions. You can't see clearly as clearly by the light of the moon as you can by the sun, because the moon is a reflection of the sun. It gets its luminosity from the sun. And you know how sometimes things look creepier in the dark or by moonlight? Again, with the path. There are two representations of a path. And this card says, as you move along the journey in the dark or by the light of the moon, things may come up from your psyche. And the key is, that's a crustacean coming up from the water, representing emotions. The key is to balance your wild side, the coyote, with your domestic side, which is the dog. But you're going to have to walk the path. The Five of Swords is a 5, and 5s always speak to changing energies, ups and downs. And this card can be about standing up for yourself. It's a victory card. So let's say somebody has been talking bad about you, or saying things about you, or you've been hearing things that are said about you, or somebody has tried to do you wrong. And you may have to stand up for yourself. But the key to this card is be careful with arguing and fighting with people because they will sink to any level to win. Both parties. You and somebody else. And I always say this is you because you're at the foreground. These two people are walking away. They've thrown down their swords. And the Two of Swords in this card is actually the Two of Swords here. You may think you have won, but there's something that maybe you have left unsaid, and you think to yourself, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I should have said this. But either way, it shows you have not the advantage at the time, but you have vanquished. I don't want to say vanquished. You won this round. So be careful when you see this card, because sometimes it represents unfair dealings, It represents lies and manipulation surrounding you. Move to the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is a card of movement. You can see they're in a boat. So this card can be about travel, around water, by water, over water, near water. It says you are moving, after the 5, it says you are moving from a rough place to a smoother place. And you have respect for yourself. So always remember, no matter where you go, you take your thoughts with you. So this is heavily about if you need to move away from the situation to get clear, if you need to move away from a bad situation, you do it because you have respect for yourself. Sometimes the card can speak about maybe a friend coming to help you move, or the universe is actually moving you to a better place. Either way it goes, the Ace of Wands says when you arrive wherever you're going, you are going to have a new lease. Not a new lease. You're going to have new energy, new ideas, new excitement. It's something new. And so this card represents, when it appears, pay attention to where you're going, because you never know where opportunity is going to come from. This is the Ace of Wands. All aces are opportunities. So accept every offer, be it business or social, because you don't know where opportunity is going to come from. This is not a promise. It just says the opportunity is there. But it ends in confusion. So maybe you offer several things and it brings up confusion. The Seven of Wands says you have too many choices to choose from. You have temptation, self-actualization, property, riches, peace, and power. So now you have to figure out what the seventh thing is. And so if you eliminate some of the things that you don't want, you can focus on what you do want. The guy is in relief. It looks like he's either dreaming or having a nightmare because he wants too many things at once. Maybe these are choices being put to you. Which one of those choices is the most important? It may not be peace at the moment. It may not be power. It may not be temptation. It may not be self-actualization. You have to discover what the seventh thing, the shrouded thing is, in order to move through the Seven of Cups. Sometimes it can represent delusions, illusions, fantasies, like building castles in the sky. All the things that this card represents, the moon. And I noticed that wherever the thing is, you go from a 6 of cups to the 7th cup. You add 1 cup. And the swords, you go from 2 to 5 to 6. So that definitely tells me that something is going to happen. I don't know what or how it's going to play out, but the date of April 12th can be particularly, at least I'm going to say April 12th. So 2 weeks before April 12th and 2 weeks after. And the 2 6s stand for justifiable faith in your and trust in your partner. Now this partnership can be romantic. I would say there is some romance involved because of the cups, but it can also be business. So I'm going to look at, I don't have any core cards in the spread proper. So I can look at every card, the Two of Swords, the Six of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Cups as they relate to the Moon and the Temperance card. Because I don't know what's going on in this spread. I'm just going to be honest with you. It looks like maybe you go somewhere. Because sometimes I see the Six of Cups talk about you going to a function where there are lots of memories, like a class reunion or something like that. And you get to share what you've been doing, how you're doing with other people. But this guy in the back, walking away, tells me I think there's a third person involved. So let's look at the Two of Swords. Next to the Moon. When the Two of Swords appears next to the Moon, it is asking you not to become anxious or stressed, as this can adversely affect your health. Maintain a positive perspective and attitude. It tells you not to allow your imagination to conflate your concerns. It is advised that you think positively, as worry and anxiety can adversely affect your health. So whatever this decision is, you're trying to remain fair. This card also represents compromise. So whatever the Two of Swords is about, you're trying to make, maybe you can't make a decision, or you think you can't, but you need to. And that will lessen your stress and anxiety. The Six of Cups. Listen. Next to the Moon indicates that concerns from the past or a concern or concerns from the past will come up and suggest that someone feels misunderstood. That's why there's a fight here. Maybe this is like a family vacation, something having to do with friends you haven't seen in a while, and you're having a party, and it looks like a fight breaks out. Either a verbal fight, like that, and so you have to leave. And then there's confusion about what it was all about at the end. The Three of Cups. Near the Temperance. It asks you to take your time to adjust and adapt gradually to changes and new experiences and situations. Moderation in all things is the safest option. It asks that you take your time to settle in and become accustomed to new and exciting changes and or additions to your life. I mean, the Five of Swords. Can be a warning of malicious gossip or losing someone of importance to you, some unfair dealings or theft. It also speaks about the need to regain your composure before stepping out again. But tells me nothing about these two cards. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. You know, something is changing It may be indicating that it would the Six of Swords with the Moon. It may be indicating that it would be advisable to be sure any changes you intend to make, as a full picture is not yet clear. All details have not yet come together, so it would be beneficial to put things on hold at this time. Wait until the time is right. There's definite movement here. So maybe, I don't know if this is about a separation or a divorce or leaving something or someone behind. The Ace of Wands. Telling nothing. Except it says this is about some new, exciting, unexpected opportunity presenting itself. It doesn't say anything about being next to these cards. And as a matter of fact, it kind of has an upside down feeling. And it shows that you have a tendency to take things to the extreme. You may cause offense to others by being rude and tactless, the result of which could be disastrous for you. Take stock, reverse. Take stock of your position. Take a second look and then weigh it up with your true values and priorities. If things are not going according to plan, the Ace of Wands reverse may be indicating that not enough effort, initiative, or will is being executed. It implies that you are taking too much time or are taking on too much with insufficient time and or resources to accomplish everything that you have committed yourself to. Reassess the situation. That's what it feels like. I don't read reverse cards, but that's what it feels like. The Seven of Cups. It just tells you that if this is about moving homes or whatever residences, wait until the auspicious time is right. Seven of Cups. That says it is a time of illusion and of difficulties in decision making. An important decision to make. The changes, the ones that see you on the brink of a new cycle. There may be choice here, so consider all options carefully. Narrow down your choices, as you have too many options to choose from, which may lead to confusion. Push aside those that do not fit your goals, and you are asked not to be too disheartened by the delay in activities. It would be wise to use the time to reflect on the positive aspects that already exist in your life. It also says, expect a surprise. It doesn't tell me what kind of surprise. It just says, expect a surprise. Now, if I was going to look, if anything, I'm going to look at the Six of Swords, because it anchors the spread. It's the last card down on the future row. The past row, and the first card out on the future row. Last card on the past column, and first card out on the future row. That's a pretty important position. So let's see what it's talking about. moderation, compromise, a fight, and leaving. Good memories, sharing, nostalgia, but then the moon happens and it's all confusing. If I look at it like this, it tells me that your desires get turned around. What you desire or what your focus, what your passion gets turned around. So let's see what the Six of Swords has to say. La Vecchia Signora. Sacerdote, the priest. And dispiacere. You receive some kind of message that really rocks your world. Now, the Vecchia Signora can talk about someone like your aunt, but mostly it talks about doing things the same old way, traditional way. Yeah? The sacerdote is a priest, but this is a 14th century oracle card. And in those days, back in the old days, priests could hide things in the folds of their cloak. And we have to look at where he's pointing. He's pointing behind him, but he also is pointing in front of him. So I think the priest is trying to warn you that some news is going to come that you will find very upsetting. It will cut you to the quick. And maybe it's because of either someone in your family, like a grandmother or aunt, or it can be about doing things the same old way, whatever that means for you. Let's put a energy answer card. Reconsider. So whatever you're thinking about, I don't say reconsider. Does it? It can mean reconsider the decision or reconsider your plans. Let's read what reconsider says. And the angel has a sword in his hands. So that says, whatever you're thinking about, reconsider. Reconsider. There is an element of your plan that should be reevaluated. Take some time to really go through your project or proposal thoroughly. Share your intentions with a trusted friend or advisor who can give objective feedback. Ask your angels for guidance. This is not the moment to make the change in your life that you are considering. A better time will come, or you will realize that you wish to choose a different kind of transformation for yourself. That's true, because if you're saying any documents, Mercury is in retrograde. I know you can't always stop what you're doing because the planets are acting, but at least take time to reconsider, or have a friend look over documents that you're going to sign. It says now is not the time to change your what does it say? Let me see again. This is not the moment to make the change in your life that you are considering. A better time will come, or you'll realize that you wish to choose a different kind of transformation for yourself. And that's what I have for you, Aries. Sun, Moon, and Rising for April 2025. I'll see you next time.